Welcome to Concrete Block, the podcast where we dive into the latest news and current events. I'm your host, Walter. Today, we're starting off with a significant development in international diplomacy. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky met with U.S. President Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago, aiming to secure a peace agreement to end the ongoing conflict between Ukraine and Russia. The meeting comes as part of a broader effort by the Trump administration to broker a deal between the two nations. According to reports, Zelensky presented Trump with a 20-point plan, which includes proposals for a demilitarized buffer zone in the Donbas region of eastern Ukraine. This concession is seen as a major step towards finding a resolution, as the region has been a key point of contention between Ukraine and Russia. However, significant challenges remain, including disagreements over territorial control and security guarantees for Ukraine. Trump stated that he believes Russian President Vladimir Putin is serious about achieving peace, despite Russia's continued attacks on Ukraine. The U.S. president also mentioned that he will be speaking with Putin again after the meeting to continue negotiations. The talks were attended by high-ranking officials from both countries, including Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. While Trump expressed optimism about the potential for a deal, he also tempered expectations by stating that he doesn't have a deadline for securing an agreement. As the situation continues to unfold, it's clear that finding a lasting resolution will require careful diplomacy and cooperation from all parties involved. We'll be keeping a close eye on developments and providing updates as more information becomes available. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Concrete Block. Welcome back to Concrete Block. We're diving into the latest developments in international diplomacy as U.S. President Donald Trump is set to meet with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in Florida. This high-stakes meeting comes as negotiations to end the Russia-Ukraine war continue, with both sides presenting their own peace plans. Zelensky's 20-point plan proposes that Russian forces withdraw from several Ukrainian regions and creates an $800 billion fund for post-war reconstruction. However, it's unclear whether Russia will agree to these terms, as President Vladimir Putin has made demands of his own, including the recognition of Russian annexed territories in Ukraine. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov has pointed fingers at Europe, calling them the main obstacle to peace in the talks. Meanwhile, President Trump has been working to end the war in Ukraine, but his approach has been met with skepticism by some who argue that he's being too receptive to Putin's demands. As the meeting between Trump and Zelensky gets underway, all eyes are on the potential outcomes. Will they be able to find common ground and pave the way for a lasting peace in Ukraine, or will the talks break down, leaving the conflict to continue? We'll be keeping a close eye on this developing story and bringing you updates as more information becomes available. For now, it's clear that the road to peace in Ukraine will be long and complicated, with many factors at play. Welcome back to Concrete Block. As we wrap up today's show, I want to shift our focus to a devastating event that has shaken the community of Bondi Beach in Australia. A recent mass shooting at a Chinooka-by-the-Sea event has left 15 people dead and many more injured. The attack, carried out by two gunmen, has sparked an outpouring of grief and support from across the nation. As the community comes to terms with this senseless act of violence, local leaders are calling for unity and cooperation in the face of tragedy. Waverley Council, which oversees the Bondi Beach area, has urged visitors to return to the region to support small businesses and help the community recover. The council is also working closely with the Jewish community and other residents to develop a permanent tribute or memorial to honor the victims and survivors of the shooting. In the aftermath of the attack, there have been renewed calls for action on gun control, hate speech, and protests. While these are complex issues that require careful consideration, it's clear that addressing them will be crucial in preventing similar tragedies from occurring in the future. As we reflect on this difficult story, it's essential to approach it with sensitivity and respect for all those affected. The resilience and solidarity shown by the Bondi Beach community in the face of adversity are a testament to the power of human connection and compassion. That's all for today's Concrete Block. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, stay informed.